Have you ever wondered where the problems in the world today would exist if we had deeper connection to ourselves, others, and the environment and acted from that place? Welcome to the Conscious Action Podcast with your host, Brian Berneman, who believe that connection is the key to taking conscious action as individuals and creating a better world. We are here to raise awareness and inspire meaningful action by sharing stories, knowledge, and conversations with thought leaders and change makers. From sustainability to well-being and everything related to conscious living, our mission is to empower you to be the change that you want to see in the world. Welcome everyone to a new episode of the Conscious Action Podcast. I am Brian Berneman, your host. And for this episode, I wanted to explore the power of surrendering. This is a topic that I am fascinated by, that has been a huge part of my own journey. And one of the aspects that I feel like a lot of times there's some misunderstandings as well as what does surrendering mean. When I grew up, for me, surrendering meant being defeated. And I started to realize throughout my own path, my journey, that surrendering had a very different quality. That surrendering had a sense of letting go, of control, of allowing, of being in what is taking place. And the grace that comes through that and the feelings and the expansiveness that I feel have been wonderful. And this is why I love this topic. From as well, a different word that sometimes is used on that surrendering, which is the letting go. I feel a lot of times that that as well is misunderstood. Letting go doesn't mean that we don't care. Letting go doesn't mean that what happened didn't happen. Letting go doesn't mean that what is real is suddenly not real and we are just going to focus on positivity and everything is okay. That's not it. Letting go means we actually allow, we process, and we don't allow for that which happened, whether that was a real thing, a made-up thing in our mind, for that to no longer have a hold on us. And that is one of the keys on that letting go, for things not to have a hold on us. One of the things that I learned throughout all of my training on family constellations and all of the years of doing that systemic work and that healing work has been the difference of wanting to get rid of things and allowing for things not to have a hold on me and for me not to have a hold on them. So how I understand this is that if there's something in my life that I don't want, I don't like, there's a blockage, there's some heaviness, there's some pattern of behavior that I don't like, I was conditioned and programmed since I was a child to push it away, to not wanting that energy or that thing. And this can be in any different types of aspects in your life. That can be that this is taking place in a pattern in friendships or relationships that you notice that whenever you get close to someone, then you start behaving in a way that you are self-sabotaging yourself, or all of these different things that can happen, like you cannot keep a job or you don't have any stability in certain aspect of your life. There's, in a sense, energetic blockages behind that. There's different reasons, whether that's from your own childhood trauma or from generational trauma or from all these different things that we are entangled with. And instead of wanting to get rid of it because we don't want that in our lives. What family constellation shows us is that we want to embrace that. We want to see it. We want to include it because whatever we keep on excluding, because if something we don't want and we want to get rid of it, that's going to come back. And that's going to come back worse because it hasn't been processed. Everything that is excluded is wanting to come back. So instead of getting rid of something, we invite it in, we embrace it, we process it, we love it, we are grateful for it, and then we return it to whoever it belongs to whatever stage and time it belongs to, but not from a place of getting rid of it, from a place of understanding that this is something that now we can choose to no longer hold on to. And at least for me, this is a huge difference. There's a very big difference on trying to get rid of something and fully embracing and no longer choosing to hold on to that. And once again, this is part of all of this journey on allowing, on surrendering, that has to do with understanding, not negating, understanding, and being able to take responsibility to choose how we want to be with things, how we're responding to life, how we are allowing things to take place in this co-creation that we have with everybody else around us and the universe and everything that is both seen and unseen, that is actually part of what's taking place. Because when we understand that we are part of creating things and that we can take responsibility and we can choose something different, because we have that capacity, we can do it from a place that is more open, that is flowing, that is allowing. This a lot of times as well, this can be talked in that perspective from a masculine and feminine energy on being able to be more receptive, being able to open to that more feminine energy of allowing, of flowing. That doesn't mean that there's no strength. That doesn't mean that there's no power. There's a lot of power in that feminine energy. And most of us in our society, we have been disconnected from that because our society, for a long, long, long time, in the patriarchy has been pushing masculinity as the way of doing things, as the way of being. So when we allow ourselves to feel, to experience, to be with things, to surrender, and to respond appropriately, and we can then create both the present and the future that we want. So I invite you to see if you're not already doing this, if you want to incorporate this into your life. I would love to know, what do you understand by these words? Surrendering, letting go, getting rid of. What has been your experience so far? Is there something that I have been sharing from my own experience that resonated with you or that you would like to explore a little bit more? Let me know. As always, leave us a comment, whatever it is that you're finding this episode. And thank you so much for listening and watching me. And until the next episode, bye.
What did you like the most about this episode? Take a moment to think about what change you can make in your life today.
Share your conscious action on social media using #ConsciousAction and tagging @ConsciousActionNZ so we can celebrate your impact on the world and create a ripple effect.
One easy action we would love for you to take right now is to share, like, and subscribe to this podcast. This will help us get these messages out into the world and inspire more people to take conscious action in their own lives, contributing to the better world we hope for.